Hello everyone, my name is Jason Parker and welcome back to this channel about magic. In today's reaction video, I'm taking a look at another magician on America's Got Talent. His name is Klek Entos. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I have not heard of him before personally, but several people have told me that I should check him out. And already from the title on the YouTube videos, I can see he's supposed to be some kind of spooky, scary magic. So let's check out his performance and I'll give you my opinion. And oh, one thing, if you enjoyed these reaction videos and if you'd like to help support this YouTube channel, I have created a Patreon. It's pretty cool, I think. So if you have time, please go and check that out. I've been adding exclusive magic trick tutorials and life updates on there as well. And without further ado,
don't you think it seems like more fun this year than we've ever had?
Yes, of course.
I don't want to jinx it, but it's been a really great day.
Hang on a minute, what's happening here?
uh-oh.
Do not try to adjust your television. There is nothing wrong with your screen.
All right.
Do not try to resist. I am in control now.
Okay, fair enough.
Hello?
That poor stage floor. I remember those.
So scary.
My name is Klek Entos,
Klek Entos.
and I am the sum of all your fears.
That's a lot of fears. Right now, pause the video, leave a comment below. What are your greatest fears in life? What are the sum of all your fears in life? Is it this guy? Probably my greatest fear in life is wasps and hornets. If one of those gets around me, I'm out of there. By the way, this guy's got a really cool costume. There's something just very nice about it, very stark. It's got a high contrast ratio. And it kind of reminds me of that one guy from that comic book series slash movie. What was his name? Spider-Man. That's what it was. Whew, I'm glad I remembered that. Anyway.
Let me introduce you to an experiment using your subconscious.
Sounds fun. Whoa.
It's a gateway to your intuition.
Hold on a second. I don't mean to be interrupting all the time, but was that part of the magic effect right there, or was that just fancy video editing? Because it's like he was walking off the stage, it glitched, and suddenly he was right there by the judges. If it was actually part of Klek Entos' magic effect, then I'm assuming he had a double, and that's a really cool, scary idea. Or the judges look scared just because the video editors came back here and chopped everything up and simply edited it to make it look like he teleported up there. It's AGT, so I wouldn't put it past them. Actually, here's what I recommend. Rewind it, take a look, and leave a comment below. Do you think that that was video editing, or was that actually part of the magic? I want to know what you think. Back to the magic.
It's a gateway to your intuition, to your memories, and to your childhood fears. Heidi, I want you to take the paper from inside this box, then hand it back to me.
Is something gonna bite me in there?
Maybe.
Sophia, I want you to put 5 ink drops on this sheet of paper.
Wow, that was awesome.
Do this randomly. We are staining it, trying to create an original shape.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Do this randomly. We're trying to make something original. And she literally does it in almost the most non-random way possible. It's like 1, 2, 3, ran out of space, end of line, carriage return, 4, 5. She did it like a computer. And secondly, that was really cool how you made that ink bottle appear. Let's check that out again.
Drops on this sheet of paper.
Boom. Yeah, that's just really cool. And when you think about it, it's not something you couldn't just figure out, but the exact way that he did it, like this style, his mannerisms, these little touches, that's what made it feel magical. So I've got to applaud him already on that. The whole thing is very polished.
Meanwhile, I want Terry to join us to assist. paper that Sophia stained with ink. Each of those drops will form a shape that may be interpreted and visualized in infinite ways.
Or at least a lot.
Whether you see a flower, a butterfly, or two lovers kissing, each one of you has your own unique interpretation. But I will ask Terry, what do you see?
A spider.
What if the box has the power to make your imagination come to life?
No.
Would it feel like you're experiencing a dream?
Whoa!
Or a nightmare?
That was awesome.
In the box.
I know. I put the hand in it, Sophia.
Oh my God.
Wow, it's gigantic. Is that real? That thing looks terrifying. Ah.
No, I don't want to touch it.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's moving.
Oh, it looks angry.
Are you sure you're awake?
Oh.
His hands.
Where is it?
Where is it? Where is it?
My job is done here. She's destroyed. Okay, let me give you my thoughts real quick before we hear from the judges. So there were a few things I was thinking there. First off, I mean, what a great performance, what a great presentation. There are a lot of magicians doing magic, but it takes something special to add a unique presentation and a concept, a story. What is it all about? This guy, Klek Entos, if that's his real name, has definitely done that successfully and created his whole character. And I have 3 comments about the magic specifically. Number 1, with the ink blot type thing, where he smashes it flat so it makes a shape they can interpret. I think most magicians will be familiar with that kind of thing. I've seen magic done like that, but with like dollar bills or currency. But what I thought was particularly interesting is that when he picked it up and he was showing it, you know, he's saying, you could interpret a lot of different things. And if you look closely, if you rewind and you pause the video back when he's showing it to Terry and you see Terry looking at the paper, actually, let's take a look at that image he had right here. So I believe he folded it in such a way that when he was showing it to Terry, it looked more like this. If you rewind, you can confirm with me in the comments below if you think that's what was happening. So he can show it to Terry in one way and then unfold it and show it to the rest of the audience in another way. It's not even necessary for performing the whole magic effect, but it's just like a real nice touch. Number 2 thing about magic, when he put his fingers into the flame, picked it up, and then it kind of exploded out of his hand.
Experiencing a dream.
That was amazing. I don't know what kind of technology he was using there, if it was just like flash paper or something special, but it just looked great. You know, he's doing this spooky vibe and then he gets a jump scare there. Because after a while they could kind of relax and settle down in their chairs, but he has to keep that energy up. And besides, who doesn't love fire? Am I right? And number 3, the tarantula in the box. The elephant in the room. I mean, I think, you know, there was a big box, there was a small hole, Heidi put her hand into there. I'm sure there was like some kind of like compartmentalization going on, some way to block off where her hand was going from the actual spider. That's one option. Or the spider was never real. It was a fake spider. That's actually a big question in my head. And I'm actually really curious to hear what you think in the comments below. Was that a real tarantula or was it just a very realistic looking fake and perhaps animatronic spider? When I was watching the video, I don't think I saw the spider moving inside the box. It just seemed to be sitting there in the corner. However, we all know that sometimes spiders just literally sit there and don't move a lot. To me, it's very interesting to know if that was a real spider or not. And as far as how he made the spider vanish, I actually do have a good idea about that. When he was holding it there in his hands at the end, he had a similar kind of hand position that I'm used to seeing for a different effect that I do. If you've seen my first Magic with Friends video where I'm performing magic, link in the pinned comment below, there was one magic effect I performed where I essentially have like a tiny hand come out of nowhere and grab a coin. That's all I'll say right here. But I think that that is a similar method. But that kind of only answers half of the method of the spider vanish. The other half is still a little bit of a mystery. I don't know if that box he left there on the table was examinable. In any case, it's definitely intriguing. It's definitely cool. Let's hear what the judges have to say.
What? Crazy. You are insane. And this whole thing was eerie and scary. But I love you. It's a yes.
She was terrified by him and now she loves him. Stockholm Syndrome much?
Wow. This is like a horror film. You're freaking me out. I'm saying yes because I will not say no to you ever. I
Yeah.
will not. Ever.
Sophia!
It was super scary and super fantastic, and I will give you a yes if you tell me that it's not around here still, right? the spider. Okay. We will never say no to you, no.
Simon!
I never knew Howie had a twin, so I'm going to say yes.
Well done!
Burn!
Now, go.
No, where is the spider?
I don't know.
Where is
That
it?
freaked me out.
Is he gonna come back and find it?
Alrighty, so here are my conclusionary thoughts. Well, first off, at the end there, I saw one of the judges holding the box. So when he was up there on stage, maybe they were able to examine it. So it appears I might not fully understand his spider vanish methodology. There's definitely some piece of the puzzle missing here. Anyways, I do want to say congratulations to Klek Entos. That was an amazing performance. Very creative. Very nice. Have any of you all seen him before? Has he been on any of the other talent shows already and I just missed it? Also, I really did like his overall appearance. It's very interesting. And on his suit, he had some kind of pin there. I didn't get a real good close look at that, but I'm curious what that was signifying, the importance of that, or was it just completely decoratory? Somehow his appearance gives me a little bit of a Harry Potter vibe mixed with the Mummy, or possibly the Invisible Man, or Spider-Man. It was also interesting the way his mask is kind of changing as he's breathing. You can see it changing. I don't know if that's by design, like a technology built into the mask, or if that's just the humidity from his breath. I realize I've done a lot of these in this video already, but comment below. Is that mask changing thing intentional or just a side effect of breathing? Those of us watching these types of shows might compare Klek with Magician X because they're both doing magic, both wearing masks. However, I would say the key difference is from a presentational point of view. Magician X focused more on this kind of inspirational message, this empowerment to people about being in a better society. Whereas with Klek Entos, it's more like a horror story. It's spooky, it's scary. So that's a totally different approach. And I'm not sure how far he'll be able to go with the same kind of spooky, scary thing. On the one hand, I would think, well, you would kind of get used to that. And once you expect it to be spooky and scary, it won't really be spooky and scary because you expect it. But on the other hand, not the Magician X hand, the other hand, you have the Sacred Rihanna, and she was very successful and she was spooky and she was able to keep it up the whole time. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how this goes. I mean, I really enjoyed his performance, and if he's able to keep innovating and making it interesting each time, that's gonna be great. This is definitely a unique combination of magic and has the nice subtle touches that makes it a very smooth performance. You know, even just that ink bottle appearing. Not necessary, but very cool. What did you all think about the whole thing, his performance, all these facets that I mentioned? I would love to hear what you have to say in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button, and now I have a certain segment of the video that I like to do. Stay with me, don't close it yet. If you've never experienced this, what I like to do is randomly select a little story from this book of Aesop's Fables. I've already read both of those before. And we read it, and we interpret, and try to extract a little piece of wisdom that we can actually apply to our lives. As you can see by the check mark, I have already done the monkey and the camel. So in this case, we are going to go with chapter 165, The Sick Man and the Doctor. A sick man received a visit from his doctor, who asked him how he was. "Fairly well, doctor," said he, "but I find I sweat a great deal." This guy sounds like me at the gym. I'm always sweating more than everyone else. It's kind of embarrassing, but I digress. "Ah," said the doctor, "that's a good sign." On his next visit, he asked him the same question, and his patient replied, "I'm much as usual, but I've taken to having shivering fits, which leave me cold all over." "Ah," said the doctor, "that's a good sign too." When he came the third time and inquired as before about his patient's health, the sick man said that he felt very feverish. A very good sign, said the doctor. You are doing very nicely indeed. Afterwards, a friend came to see the invalid, and on asking him how he did, received this reply. My dear friend, I'm dying of good signs. That's pretty funny. I feel like this one is kind of more like a joke, and we have a lot of these jokes about visiting the doctor's office. Why is that? Why do we have so many doctor jokes? By the way, do any of you have a good doctor joke? Leave it in the comments below. This video is seriously like the record number of times I've suggested that you leave a comment below. Who knows? Maybe we'll break the record number of comments on any of my videos ever. Together. Apes. Strong. I like that, by the way, when he says, afterwards a friend came by to see the invalid. It's like, geez, he's just sick. He's not an invalid. Seems rather harsh. Okay, is there any actual wisdom to extract from this, or is it merely a funny story? Upon further consideration, I do believe it's primarily a joke. Most of these stories are pretty serious about conveying some moral, but I guess occasionally they sprinkle in these joke stories. Despite that, I will twist out a moral anyway, even if it wasn't intended. I'm gonna extract something. My friend, I'm dying of good signs. Okay, here's what we can say. Trust yourself. Trust your gut and your instinct and all this self stuff. It's good to solicit advice and opinions from your friends and family and other people, but eventually you just have to take those pieces of information and make your own unique opinion. Think about it like this. A king has advisors, not to tell him what to do, but to give him different ideas, and he's got to make the choice. That's your job. Don't be pushed around and swayed so much by other people's thoughts. Make sure you have your own ideas, your own way of life. And that brings to a conclusion the Aesop's Fable portion of this video. Thanks for being here. Thanks for smashing like. Every smash like helps this channel continue to exist. And by the way, which AGT magician are you rooting for this season? Patrick Kuhn or Klek Entos? Who do you want to make it to the finals? I love playing cards, so I might be like a little biased towards Patrick Kuhn, but Klek Entos' performance was very unique and very interesting. If he can keep just doing that, then I'm gonna be quite torn. All right, Aruni, thank you everyone for being here. I really do appreciate it to the max. So I hope that you're having a fantastic week, a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video.